What's up, guys? So I just wanted to take you through a crazy story that's been circulating around. It's been getting a lot of different comments, engagements. I think it's at like 150,000 views on TikTok, and it was just released a couple days ago. And basically, it's about this girl named Lara, and she got almost taken for a lot of money on Upwork by people that were essentially trying to be people working for a major company called Delish. And they basically went at crazy lengths, logins based on the people that work for the company off of like LinkedIn. And I really think at this point it's important that we make a lot of different videos to show some of these different patterns of different scams on Upwork or other freelance sites that they're getting through the filters and they're getting on there. And so, you know, I hope that you're not wasting your time and especially your money too, because it's this one's pretty wild. Now, I got job scammed. Literally the most legit scam I've ever seen. Woman says she got job scammed after applying for a job on Upwork, going through lengthy interview process. So, yeah, this is pretty wild. A TikToker says she was almost scammed out of $2,000 after she applied for a freelance position on Upwork, and she is sharing her story in the hopes that it will prevent another freelancer from being taken advantage of. And now that sucks too, because she probably spent Connect bidding on this job. So she's immediately out money bidding on, potentially, jobs that are just fake. And I don't think that's very cool. So Lara, music by Lara, told viewers she thought she was hired for a part-time proofreader position with a food website, Delish, and then grew suspicious when she was sent an invoice for a $2,000 computer. I think the saving grace here is that scammers are so stupid at the end of the day. And so, like, I don't know, it's such a bold thing to send like an invoice right away for $2,000. Like, if you're gonna go to like these crazy lengths to do all of this stuff, like, I don't know, why don't you wait a little bit before? But yeah, $2,000, that's such a crazy amount, and you're just gonna send, they think people are just gonna send. So I'm so glad that immediately red flags went off big time for Lara. So Lara said there were some initially odd things about the job posting and hiring process, but they didn't ultimately raise any red flags for her. Kind of doubtful, because why would they be posting this on Upwork? But I think big companies post on Upwork all the time. Like, half the Fortune 500 companies out there have accounts on Upwork and are posting. So, I don't think it would be that crazy for Delish to be on Upwork. But maybe they just need a freelancer for this job. So I applied, and they immediately contacted me for an interview. So they told me to message the person that would be interviewing me on Skype. I think at this point, the big one, and there could be videos on my YouTube channel right now. Back a couple years ago, I was always saying go on Skype to talk to your clients, because Skype was better than the chat that Upwork had at the time, because man, it was just bad, and the phone calling through Upwork was really bad. And since then, they've really adapted a lot of features like Zoom, Loom, scheduling. So the calls and the communication are really perfect now, I'd say. I think there's a little bit of lag when you're talking the app, and it's not perfect, but it's nice to keep the conversations contained through there, and you want to, because the thing is, you want to be protected, and it's worth it more than, I don't know. So my point is, keep it always on the site. Don't go to Skype unless, and this is in the terms of service, guys, unless the contract is done. So if you have a milestone contract or an hourly, then and only then can you really communicate off this system. So just remember that. Just say that to these people that say, hey, I don't want to get in trouble with Upwork. They pay the bills around here, and it would make me much more comfortable if we stay on the system. Anyway, after the supposed interviewers reached out to her saying that they would be sending her a $2,000 invoice for a company computer that would be followed by a reimbursement check. It's so crazy. Music by Lara says she began to get suspicious of the job offer and reached out to the people she thought she had been speaking with at Delish directly via emails listed on the website. As it turns out, Lara says the actual company confirmed the whole thing was a scam. So she actually found the people's emails and reached out and asked them about this, like after she saw like the bill. So Lara's a smart girl. Literally the most legit scam I've ever seen, and I was heartbroken. Like, yeah, I'm sure she was heartbroken when I figured out it was a fake. She says. In the comments section, Delish said, "It is aware of the scam. So sorry this happened to you. We are aware of the scam and have reported it multiple times with no action from Upwork." It wrote. Commenters shared similar experiences of encountered scam job listings, some of which were also found on Upwork. I've been scammed on Upwork. I've been scammed on Upwork as well. And all they do is just shrug their shoulders saying, well, that's not on us. We're just the platform that hosts jobs, not the job police. I don't trust Upwork. I feel like so many of their jobs feel like scams, another commenter wrote. I had one that turned out to be legit, and they wanted a picture of my bank card from front and back and a picture of my PayPal settings. Turned out it was the company because I emailed them, but still was like, that's too weird. So we'll see what happens there. Let's watch the video.
Hi, I just got scammed so bad and I need to talk to people about it so that it doesn't happen to anyone else. I'll try to keep this as short as possible, but basically I was looking for an extra part-time job for some additional income, and I'm a freelancer on Upwork. So I'm looking on Upwork for some positions, and to my surprise, I find a position at Delish on Upwork for a proofreader. I love food, I love Delish. Super flexible opportunity. I was super stoked. And I'm kind of doubtful because why would they be posting this on Upwork? But like maybe they just need a freelancer for this job. So I applied and they immediately contacted me for an interview. So they told me to message the person that would be interviewing me on Skype. So again, I'm like, this is kind of weird. People don't really use Skype anymore, do they? But I downloaded it again on my computer and I messaged her and I had a full-on interview. Full-on interview. Started with some simple questions and then she sent me
yeah, well, it's a full-on interview, but I think you should always, again, try and do a video call and use the Upwork system. But even on Skype, like I think it would be good to do video call because then you would see that it's not the person.
A questionnaire that was 20 questions long, standard interview questions, specific questions about proofreading. I put so much thought into it. I was like, I really want this job. And
yeah, even forms and things like that and stuff that you gotta like spend a lot of time investing in, like time is money too. You shouldn't need to do that type of stuff. And if you are gonna do it, they should be paying you for that time.
Then I finished the questionnaire, I sent it to her and she said, thank you so much. Like, this is an urgent hire. We will let you know by tomorrow morning at the latest. Next morning, I have an email from an email address at delish.com that I got the job. I'm lit.
Lara, I wonder how, like, what that email looks like, because it could have said that in the reply that it was from delish.com, but sometimes they're spoofing the email addresses, and it could look shady. So if you're listening, I'd love to see that. I'd love to see how they're talking. Maybe we can kind of unearth it a little more so people can see these patterns.
Literally stoked. Like, I can't tell you that enough. It was the perfect job for me, the perfect opportunity, perfect flexibility. I was so excited. There's my offer letter, Delish logo and everything. I sign it, I send it to the person who would be my manager. And we have a full-on conversation about training and how this next week is gonna go before my...
Again, you shouldn't be emailing or sending anything. You really, like, Upwork specifically lays this out in the terms of service. No email exchanges, no messaging on other platforms.
First day on Monday. I'm literally so happy. And then she's like, okay, we gotta get all this together. We gotta send you a new computer. We have a special computer with all of the software downloaded. This is where I start to get sketched out. She says we have to work with an outside vendor. She said she's going to send me an invoice for $2,000 for the computer and all the necessary software. She reassures me that they will send me the money. She's like, don't even worry about it. We just need to have it invoiced to you, but we will send you the money. No.
So I wondered, is this through chat? Or was it like a phone call?
At this point, I'm like, I can't proceed until we have a video interview or a Zoom call of some sort. And she's like, okay, I'll get back to you as soon as I have availability for a video call. I like how I said this is going to be short and it's getting really long, so I'm going to have to make a part 2. Stay tuned for part 2, follow me. I almost got scammed really, really bad, and this is part 2 of my video explaining how. If you need to catch up, go watch part 1, but this is my continuation of the story of almost getting scammed via Upwork. Okay, so where I left off is she was going to let me know when we could have a video face-to-face interview. Now I have a break. This is the first time I haven't been talking to them, and I decided to do some research of my own. So I go on the Delish website and look up these 2 women that I've been talking to. Both of them are there. First and last name spelled correctly. Profile pictures match the profile pictures of the people I'm talking to on Skype. But of course I'm still sketched out. I'm like, this is weird. I just had a feeling it was weird. I was talking to both of them and the way they typed felt really similar. I was like, I kind of feel like I'm talking to the same person. So I took this into my own hands and I found the woman who would have been my manager on Instagram, and I DM'd her, and I went on the Delish website and found their info email, so I decided to send them an email. And I basically was just like, hey, here's my job offer attached. I'm starting to feel a little weird about this opportunity, but I am really excited if it happens to be real. I didn't get an Instagram response, but I did get a response from the Delish email confirming that it was a scam. Literally, someone posted this job on Upwork, pretended it was for Delish, created 2 fake Skype accounts for both of the women that match the company website and their LinkedIns, so it looks super legit. Offer letter has the logo. Pretty much all I could go off of was my gut and the feeling that I was talking to 2 people. I caught a couple spelling error grammar things, not a lot. Like, usually scams are pretty bad with that. They came from a Delish company email, literally the most legit scam I have ever seen, and I was heartbroken when I figured out it was fake. Yeah. So trust your gut on freelancing websites. Upwork has had a lot of things flagged recently. I'm like starting to be wary of using them at all anymore. And Delish, if you're watching this, I cannot believe this person went to such lengths to create this fake job that looked exactly like it was from you. If you want to hire me, I'm looking for freelance work. Proofreading would be awesome. Social media would be awesome. Just looking for another little part-time job opportunity. Please don't let this happen to you. This was insane. Great. Have a great rest of your day, everybody.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. I haven't seen people go to those lengths either, but you know, I can't stress enough, like, try to avoid getting into I guess their tentacles, their shady tentacles. But yeah, the allure of being a big brand and things like that, and then researching, seeing that they're legit people, man, you know, I don't blame Lara for falling for it, because you get so excited. They have their protocols because they're a big business, and so they want you to follow suit with what they do. So it's hard as a sole freelancer to just be like, yeah, this is my process, like do it through here. And I get that, but again, it may feel tough to be like, oh, like, you know, we got to do a call through the system, or even keep more of the chat through the system, because if they're legit, they'll want to just do everything through Upwork, because they'll respect Upwork's platform. Like a legit brand isn't going to want to break a contract or terms of service with a platform like Upwork. Like, they would get sued. So it's not really in their best interest to do that. They'll want to work within the confines of the system. So just some real big, you know, I guess, like Lara was saying, you know, use your gut. I think that's the big takeaway here, because if it seems suspect, chances are it may be. You know, chances are you may want to dig a little more and see if this is a legit business. And like I said earlier, just make sure, because even how she was saying the offer and all these things, that's not really copacetic and kosher with the system either. You have to do a normal contract. So if these brands are going to use Upwork, they're also going to need to hire people correctly. And they can do normal salary positions. They can also do hourly work. They could also do milestones. So any big business like this is going to be comfortable with doing the full hiring using the Upwork system. Yeah, guys, let me know what you thought about the video. Let me know what you thought about Lara's video. Hopefully her information was helpful. Hopefully you thought my information was helpful. And hopefully you're following this channel. And if not, please do. It really helps out the algo. And if you could smash the like, that would be awesome too. Much love. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.